Hi, today I have a Discover video on the artist Kameliya Angelkova. She has quite a few books out on Amazon. I don't know if she sells her books anywhere else, but I love her books, and she actually sells them at a really great price. So if you're a budget-conscious person, you can get a lot of her books for a very small amount of money compared to some of those more popular coloring books on the market. So she has several different categories. The first category I'm showing you is her Mandala category. This is one of her newest releases, which is a nighttime coloring book, which are the coloring books that have the black background. So when you color, it gives it a nice contrast. I'm not going to go through the whole book, but really beautiful mandala designs, detailed. This one's even in a heart shape. Detailed mandalas, really nice, crisp, clean. Her mandalas are very nice, but she does some really unique things with her shapes and her designs here. So she has. This is the first midnight book I've seen that she's put out. And like I said, this one was one of her most recent releases that I came across. Then she has several standard mandala books. This one's Celtic inspired mandalas. She has different shapes, like there's like a triangular mandalas. She has inspirational kind of mandalas and swirls, patterns, those kinds of things. So this one is based off of the Celtic patterns, designs, swirls. They do a lot of animal work. They have the interlocking. The big thing about the Celtic is those interlocking designs. Again, they oftentimes feature those animals. So this book is just filled with all sorts of Celtic inspired designs in that mandala repeating patterns. Actually, this one is like the Yggdrasil Tree of Life kind of a one. But yeah, so she does all sorts of mandalas, and most of these books I want to say feature 50. Her books tend to be 50 unique designs. She doesn't do the repeats in her books, but her books are much lower priced than the ones that do have the repeats, and she has 50 designs. When standard coloring books I see usually have between 25 and 30, so hers almost always have the 50 designs. This particular one here is obviously 100 animal mandalas, and this one is, animals, cobra, some kind of a oxen, dragon. So this one she does fantasy creatures, kind of standard animals, lion, it looks like an owl, hawk, and she's got here a sphinx. So there's just all sorts of animals, and it's not quite that same repeating thing because she's got the main animal in the middle and then kind of like a mandala border behind that. But this one features 100 different pictures. This is a great one to start out with if you're just trying to get into it. Like maybe you've done mandalas before and you'd like to start doing some different animals, or maybe you've done animals and you'd like to learn how to do mandalas. But so this book has just some beautiful pictures, the way she's incorporated those animals over the mandala background. So really neat book. Again, this one's a great value, nice thick book, lots of pictures. Then she's got these other mandala books, which are less like the traditional mandalas. These ones are more like picture mandalas, and I have quite a few of these. This one is a tiny little book. It's thinner. It's one of the 8.5 by 8.5 books. It's a little Christmas mandala one, but this one has Christmas themed. For these picture ones, she oftentimes has a main picture and then a mandala like border on a lot of these. So this one's, like I said, this one's a little tiny one, but I don't know that she has any other ones that are this size. Then she has, and I love these, all 4 seasons. So she has the the autumn mandalas, and these ones just have cute, so florals, harvest, have florals, harvest ones, so we've got those, and then she just has cutesy things like, you know, hot cider pictures. This one's like wine and grapes, and she also has a lot of these cutesy little animals, with the, oftentimes, so for the season, these are wearing scarves and bundled up, but just a bunch of pictures, and she also does these like, almost like a bouquet. This one is, you know, acorns and, I can't remember what those Japanese lanterns or something along those lines, but then she just does all these really, really cute geese flying south, just these cozy little animals. So this one's the autumn mandalas, and as you can see, these aren't the traditional kind of mandalas. They're more like an image and then a mandala border around it. She has the winter ones, same idea. These ones go colder, get a lot more frosty pictures, bundly, cozy, things that make you think of being warm in cold weather, or yeah, this one has a lot of Christmas type images too, of decorations, images like that. And again, there's going to be mixed in there. There's also going to be the bouquet ones. That's a cute little cookie cheat. So each season, here we have the springtime one then, and so this one, Easter eggs, ideas like that, lots of Easter eggs here, or just things that make you think spring. There's a lot of flowers, rainy, things that make you think of rain, but just a lot of cute little images. Again, these are much more pictorial. I actually like these better. I'm not big on the mandalas. I like the repetitive nature of the borders. That's very mandala-like, but then you've got kind of an interesting image to work on. So if you're not big on mandalas, these ones are great. And if you are a mandala person, would like to see if you would be interested in more picture-like ones, these are also good, because you can go either way. Learn to do more mandalas or learn to be more pictorial. And then this is the summertime one. Again, all sorts of images that just make you think of the season. That's a really interesting, like, ocean wave one. So these ones are just really, really neat books. It's fun, and it's really fun to collect these seasonal ones, although now she's done all 4 seasons. So now she's been doing ones that are more thematic to holidays. So, for example, this one was one of also her newer ones, and this is the romantic mandalas. This was for, obviously, the Valentine's kind of season. And so again, we've got mandalas. Sometimes she just does the patterns, and then sometimes she does the images that are thematic. This one has so many little couples, or little, this one also has a lot of sweets. Sweets, couples, a little romantic kind of hideaway Venice there. So really cute idea for a mandala book. And then before Halloween last year, she came out with the Halloween one, and this one is also just an adorable book. It's got spooky, if you look, there's so much detailing in the outside. She does such a great job with these mandalas and making. This one was a really cute, and so spiders, skulls, but this one actually is really appealing, I think, to children as well, but adults can also like that Halloween season. So these ones were fun because they have the spooky picture in the middle again, and then a lot of the repetitive mandala pattern going on as the border. So those were her thematic. These are thematic mandalas, but they're also less mandala and a little more picture-like. And then She also comes out with these miniatures. Now these are some of my favorite ones of hers, because sometimes you just don't want to commit to a large picture that's going to take you, days and days and days and days. And so, while it does say miniature, these are normal size books, and the pictures take up as much space as the mandalas. But basically, what it is they're larger pictures with enough detail that you've got some options, but they're not overwhelming. So these are just really nice books to have when you feel like coloring. You're not really sure. You don't want to get into a big project, or maybe you just want to do a little something. And then these ones are great. But these ones are also some of the cutest pictures. She's got just these sweet, cute little animals. This one is the autumn. So again, she did the 4 seasons. She's already completed all 4 of those now. So these miniatures, again, they're not really miniature, but it's just the fact that you're not getting a full background and everything, and the image is a little bit larger. But these are also great for doing textures, and learning to do some shading and stuff, because there's not so much going on. You can focus on, hey, I want to learn how to do shading on flowers. I want to learn how to do maybe some fur. And so you've got these great pictures for practicing those kinds of things. And I did start one in this book. But just the cutest little pictures in these books. So that was the autumn one. And then the winter one. Again, just like the seasonal mandalas, these ones are all very thematic. So the winter one's going to have Christmassy kind of themes, snowy. Very cute, very cute. She also does a lot of these doorways in the miniatures ones. I love the little doorways. They're just so interesting. It gives just a little interesting, again, when you're not really in the mood to commit to a huge coloring project, and it's just, hey, I want to color something today, and then you can pull out these miniatures books, and it's not overwhelming, and you just, pick something that it's how you're feeling that day. So, really very cute. Really very cute. And now, as we're approaching spring here, we have the spring one. The spring and summer one came out, I think, early last year, and the winter-autumn ones came out later. Just cute little things that make you think of the season. Either they're representative of, like, Easter comes in spring. There's sometimes the St. Patrick's Day clover kind of thematics, and then just have little things, whatever makes you think of spring. Rain boots, umbrellas, and then again these little hideaway doorways. I love the little doorways. So cute. Lots of options for these that you can do when you are not in the mood to do a whole lot, but you just have that coloring bug, and you're like, I can't commit to a whole project. It's going to take forever. So you can pull out these miniatures books. And then, of course, there's the summer. And again, summer's going to be more of your bee, or that's a firefly. I think she does have bees in here too. But yeah, the full bloom. Sometimes there's beach themes. A little grasshopper playing away. Makes me think of the grasshopper and the ant fable. So just the cutest little pictures here. So I love all of the seasons. That's why I have so many of her books, because I've collected both the mandala seasonal ones and these miniature season ones. And if if you just don't like a season, then you have to get the ones you like. So that's nice too. And then this one came out early this year, and again, this was Valentine's Day. These romantic ones. These are so cute. This one's just all little couples. Little couples, or places that couples might gather. Like a little restaurant kind of thing up there, or a cafe. Just these cute little heart. I almost have like bird wings, but they're around beehives, so maybe they're bees or birds. But just a little romantic. And this one also has a lot of the sweets, like these. Just pictures that make you get hungry. I love doing those kind of food, those sweets, food pictures. Those can be so much fun too. lots of different ways of doing them. So yeah, this romantic one came out just in the beginning of February, or right before February. So I'm hoping that she continues this miniatures series. Now, obviously, she's already done her, she's already done all the seasonal ones, so maybe she does holidays, and then I don't know, maybe she'll just pick other themes to focus on. Okay, and then besides the pattern books, she also does full-on picture books, and I don't have all of the ones that she has, but these ones are really neat. This is Mermaids, and again, it's 50. The price for these is not bad. So, you know, with the 50 pages, these are all really good-sized books. But these ones are full-on pictures, so have the full detail. And so then when you're feeling in the mood to do a little bit more, plan a project out, work on some techniques, whether it's, you know, water techniques or scales, underwater, bubbles. She's got a really nice style. You know, she's very stylized artist, which I like. Some artists, they just kind of put something out, and one book to the next book isn't necessarily congruent, but her style is very noticeable. You can tell what she is doing here. So those mermaids. We have her unicorns. I like her unicorns. They're really on the border between being, you know, the more realistic. These are almost. This is almost like you know, Celtic inspired, or some of those more ancient art style inspired ones. But then she does these really sweet little unicorns. So again, it's you could go a little bit more on the cartoony style, or you could go on the more realistic style for how you want to do these. But she just has so many different images, different style, different looks. Obviously the same style, but different looks. And I love how she does the spotty patterns on them. Makes them a little bit interesting. It gives you some ideas of, you know, hey, maybe I could do this a little different than just kind of the normal way you would always do your unicorns. She also has dragons. And while, so again, just really cute little animals. Really nice designs. Plenty of detail, but at the same time, it's not overpowering. Like there's a lot going on in this picture, but you know, if you just focus on doing the tail and the fins, and then you know the dragon or the mermaid, you do a little piece at a time. It's not so scary, but just really elegant, very pretty, elegant, beautiful styles in these pictures here. And she also has some other ones. I want to say she has a fairies one. She has one, and I had gotten it, but one of my daughters stole it from me. It was a mythical creatures, and that one featured all kinds of things from, you know, Cyclops to Phoenix, things like that. But what was really neat about that book is it had a little blurb on the back of the page that told you, because these are again the single-sided pages, but it had a little blurb at the back of the page that told you what culture that mythological creature came from, and you know how excuse me, how they appeared. So that mythical creatures one she had was really cool book, and like I said, I had it, but it got stolen from me because one of my daughters wanted it. So anyway, she has quite a few books, quite a few things. So if you like the look of any of these books, then I would say, hey, head over to Amazon, check out what is available, see if there's anything that seems like it might be your style. But this is Kameliya Angelkova. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's how I say it. Yeah, so I hope maybe you have discovered a new favorite artist today. Anyway, that will be all for today. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.